All right, guys, how's it going out there? Rooster here in Tennessee, and this is going to be a rather lengthy video. This is going to be one of our experimental test videos just to see kind of what happens and to either prove or disprove some theories out there. Now, you'll notice we are on lower sideband with my radio here to the left. This is all the way quad 5 N2, my personal all the way quad 5 N2. I like to break it out every now and again and use it in some test videos. So that is going to be our test radio for this video. Now, over here to the right, we've got a couple of Fat Boy amps, one of which is already sold. The one on the bottom, I believe, is already sold. So we need to test it anyway. And you'll see it's a 42879 with bias and sideband. Okay. The one up top here is a 4-pill 2879 with SSB only. So you might be wondering, well, what the heck, what are we going to test on these? Well, what I'm going to do is we're going to set this camera up on the receiver of my ICOM 7700 and do a little bit of a redneck test. So obviously, we don't have somebody, 10 miles away to do this test. However, transmitting from my dummy load to my base antenna is a pretty darn good simulation. And what we're really looking for is a sound difference. We're not really so much looking for a signal difference, because when you're on a dummy load, something as simple as moving jumpers around or something like that can change the signal that's getting to the antenna. I've done some experimenting and found that out. But what we really want to look for is to see if there's a difference in sound between a biased amp and a Class C amp that just has a sideband delay. Now, it doesn't benefit me either way on this, guys. If you get a biased amp, it costs a little bit more money. If you get one that just has delay, it costs a little bit less money. So I don't make any more or any less money with amps with bias versus ones that are just set up straight for AEM. Just whatever I'm charged extra is what I charge. My profit margin doesn't increase. So I'm trying to let you guys know I don't have any kind of agenda on this. Whatever the test results show, that's what they'll show, and that'll be that. So, we'll just kind of let the test speak for itself. Now, what I want to do first is just kind of establish our base, what our radio's doing, and we'll show PEP and average on it. And we'll probably even do a recording of just the radio. We'll start there, and then we'll just move through the amps and see what you guys think. So let's get prepared for a pretty lengthy video, but I think this should be pretty interesting. And again, try to break away from just doing equipment videos and actually do something that might benefit somebody or be semi-educational here on our redneck test bench. All right, so we've got our RF power at about 2 to 3 o'clock there, and we've got a 100 watt slug. This is average power. Hello. So we're doing about 40 average on a sideband. Hello. That's if we audio into it. And if we go to PEP, radio check, radio check, radio check, radio check, radio check, audio, radio, check, 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 check. 100 watts PEP. Now, if it even matters to you, check, 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 audio, 5, 6 amps. If we turn it wide open, it'll draw a hell of a lot more. 15 volts, what we're testing at. Okay, so I'm going to pause this video. We're going to go put the camera in front of the ICOM. We'll pause it again. We'll hook up an amp, power output test, put the camera in front of the ICOM, pause the video, come back, same thing. We'll just keep bouncing back and forth until we're done. So hopefully everything goes properly here and I don't have to re-record and do a bunch of edits or anything like that. And like I said, we'll just kind of let the test speak for itself. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Going to pause it, set it up in front of the receiver. Okay, guys, so this is the Quad 5 N2, and we're just on lower sideband here. We're just talking in the mic normal, and it's modulating around 30 watts average or so. And we just want to get kind of a bass reading of the radio barefooted, what it sounds like. We're just running the stock speaker, the internal speaker, on the ICOM 7700. And for those wondering, the type of microphone that I'm using a cheapo Superstar DM507. So what I'm going to do is I'll come in there, pause the video, and we're going to hook up one of these amps. And I don't know if I'll tell you guys which one I hook up first, or just kind of let the video speak for itself. Radio check, radio check, radio check. Back quiet. All right, guys, we're going to start our first amp here. We'll start barefooted, then we'll turn the amp on, see how it does. Okay, guys, once again, we're just going to develop a bass here because we did add the amp in line, move everything around a little bit. And when you're on a dummy load, that stuff can affect everything. So, it can mess with the signal and stuff a little bit. But we're just barefooted on our Quad 5 N2 right now, and we're going to power up our amp. And I've decided just to go ahead and tell you guys that the first amp we're going to be testing is going to be the 4-pill 2879 with bias and SSB. So this is not going to be a Class C amp. This is actually going to be biased and have sideband delay. Okay, and there's the fat boy with the sideband delay, and we're just talking into it normal here, not audioing or yelling. We can give it audio if we wanted to, but we're just talking around, I'd say 250, 300 average right there. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Audio. Okay, and then we'll just go back barefooted, and we will come in there and pause the video, and we'll put our second amp in line. Be right back with you guys. All right, guys, we're going to be entering the final stage of the test here. Pretty excited to see how this turns out. I'm going to go jump on the radio, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, once again, just reestablishing our base with a barefooted radio. Again, move jumpers around, move stuff around a little bit. When you're on a dummy load, it can kind of skew the test. So we just want to make sure we're giving both amps a fair shot and kind of setting our baseline with the barefooted radio. So that being said, I will power up our second amp, which is, again, a Fat Boy 4-pill 2879 standard with only sideband delay. This one does not have bias. This is going to be a Class C amp with SSB delay. Okay, and here we are, just talking on the amp just like we would normal. No yelling, audioing. I mean, we can audio if we wanted to, but again, we haven't changed the voltage. All we have changed are the amplifiers, and it looks like we're doing roughly the same output. It might be doing just a little bit more average, but when I go to PEP, I just split my meter to PEP. It shows about the same. So again, our first amp was a truly biased 4-pill 2879, and this one is not biased. This is just, or this one, yeah, this one's not biased. This one's just going to be Class C. So I wish I had two cameras going at once so I could show you guys. I was hesitant to even say,
you know, which was which, but I do want to be pretty transparent about this. And like I said, I don't have anything to gain either way. So we will wrap this video up. I will go back barefooted. No, I didn't blow the amp up. I just let off the key and turned the amp off. We'll go back barefooted and wrap this video up, guys. I'm going to give this thing a watch and see what we come up with. If I had a prediction, I would say that they will be very close to the same. And then if you truly go into this with an open mind, that you won't be able to tell a big difference between the two. But I could be wrong. I could be completely proven wrong. So we will see if you can hear a distinct difference, if it's worth the extra amount of money that people like to pay to get their amp biased, or if it doesn't make much of a difference at all. You know, we will see. Appreciate everybody. Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Regardless of the results, we will see what happens here. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.